Okay, what if I told you there are just five simple daily exercises that could genuinely help you get your strength back, boost your balance, and just totally improve how you move after 60? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. It's a powerful routine, no equipment needed, designed to do just that.
Now, that's a pretty bold promise, right? Moving like you're 20 years younger. I mean, it sounds like a huge claim. I get it. But as you're about to see, it's all about targeting these very specific functional movements. You know, the ones that we just naturally tend to lose as time goes on.
All right, so let's talk about something I think a lot of us can relate to. Why is it that those simple, everyday tasks, things you never even had to think about, suddenly start to feel like a real chore as we get a little older? It's not just you, it's a super common experience, and believe it or not, there's a real reason for it. Yeah, there's a clinical term for it, sarcopenia. Now, I know it sounds really complicated, but all it means is the natural age-related loss of muscle. And here's the thing, it can actually start around age 30, but it really picks up steam later on, especially if we're not actively using those muscles. So no, it's not just in your head. This is a real biological thing that happens. And this is how it really shows up day to day. If that little extra oomph you need to get up from a comfy chair. It's why a flight of stairs suddenly feels like a mini marathon, or why those grocery bags seem to get heavier every year. And that feeling of being just a little unsteady on your feet? Yup, that's part of it too. Okay, but here's where the whole story flips. This is the good part. We've talked about the problem, but the solution, well, it's actually surprisingly simple. And you don't need a gym membership, you don't need any fancy equipment. This is all about rebuilding your strength, and you can do it right from the comfort of your own home. And this is the most important message I want you to hear today. It truly doesn't matter how old you are or what shape you're in right now. It is never too late to start rebuilding that strength. I mean it. This is all about taking back control. And look, the secret isn't some grueling, punishing workout. Nope. It's just about being consistent with a few key functional movements. We're talking about exercises that actually mimic the stuff you do in real life, which makes them crazy effective for restoring muscle, getting your balance back, and honestly, just feeling confident in your own body again. All right, you ready? Let's get to the good stuff. We're going to walk through the 5 essential moves that are the foundation for this whole routine. And I'm telling you, these simple exercises are about to become your new best friends. First up is the sit to stand, and don't let its simplicity fool you. This one is a powerhouse. So you're going to sit on a sturdy chair, get your feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Now, cross your arms over your chest. Yeah, that stops you from using them to push up. No cheating. Then just push through your feet and stand up nice and tall. But here's the magic trick. Lower yourself back down slowly with control. That's where all the good stuff happens. So why does this one matter so much? Honestly, I'll call this training for independence. It strengthens the exact muscles you need, your thighs, your glutes, your core, to get up out of any chair. A low sofa, the dining room table, you name it. It builds that stability you need to just move around with confidence. Okay, exercise number 2, calf raises. So simple. Just stand up tall and please hold on to a wall or the back of a chair for support. We're working on strength, not a balancing act right now. From there, you're just going to slowly lift your heels up, coming onto your toes. Pause for just a second at the top and then lower back down, again with control. You might not think much about your calves, but this move is critical. Stronger calves mean better ankle stability, and that is your number 1 defense against falls. Seriously. It also gets you ready for walking on tricky surfaces, like a bumpy lawn, and it helps absorb impact, which makes every single step you take feel just a little bit lighter. All right, number 3 is the wall press-up. This is such a great, safe way to build upper body strength. So find a wall, stand about an arm's length away from it, put your hands flat on the wall, right about shoulder height. Now, keep your body in a nice, straight line and just bend your elbows, bringing your chest toward the wall. Then gently push yourself back. That's one. So what's this for? It's all about building your pushing power. This strengthens your chest, your shoulders, your arms, all at once. Think about it. This is the strength you use to push open a heavy door or to push a grocery cart. And this one's really important. It's the strength you need to push yourself up if you ever happen to be on the floor. Moving on, we've got the overhead press. You can do this sitting down or standing up, whatever's comfortable. And you don't need any special weights. A couple of water bottles, maybe 2 cans of soup from the pantry, they work perfectly. Just start with your hands up at your shoulders, palms facing out, and then press straight up overhead. Then, you guessed it, lower them back down slowly. And just think about what this simple move helps you do.
This is the exact motion you use to put something on a high shelf in the kitchen. It's fantastic for your shoulder mobility, helps get rid of that stiffness, and it strengthens your upper back, which is absolutely key for standing up straight and tall.
Okay, our last of the 5 big moves, the step back lunge. And again, please use a chair or a wall for balance. The key here is control, not how deep you go. Just take a nice controlled step backward with one leg, bend both knees just a little bit. You do not need to go way down. Then push off that front foot to come back to the start. Then you switch legs. Now, lunges are so good for you because they work a whole bunch of muscles at the same time. Your thighs, glutes, and core are all firing. Plus, they really help with your balance and coordination. They're basically practicing for real-life movements like climbing stairs or, there it is again, getting up from the floor. So there you have it. Those are our 5 essential moves. But the real magic happens when you put them all together into a quick, simple routine that you can actually stick with every day. So let's look at how that works. Here's the game plan. It's really easy. You're going to do 10 repetitions of the first 4 exercises. So 10 sit-to-stands, 10 calf raises, and so on. Then for the lunges, you'll do 5 on each leg. Once you've done all 5 exercises, just take a little 30-second break, grab a sip of water, and then do the whole thing again, maybe 2 or 3 times through. That's it. That's the whole workout. And here is maybe the best part of all. This whole routine, this incredibly powerful workout, takes about 10 minutes. That is it. 10 minutes out of your entire day. That's all it takes to invest in your strength, your balance, and your confidence for the future. It's amazing how much of a difference just 10 minutes can make. Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, I want to talk for a second about the mindset. Because getting stronger is a journey. It's not some finish line you cross. It's really all about how you approach it, day in and day out. And please remember this. The goal is progress, not perfection. Seriously, some days you're going to feel great and strong. Other days, maybe not so much. And that is totally fine. Don't get hung up on doing every single rep perfectly. Just focus on being consistent. Just show up for those 10 minutes. Do what you can that day and be proud of the fact that you're getting stronger, little by little. Because I promise you, the results will come. You're going to find yourself standing a little taller, walking a little steadier, feeling stronger when you're gardening or playing with the grandkids. And that leaves us with one last question to think about. Once you have that newfound strength and confidence, what are you going to do with it? What adventures are waiting for you? Because that right there is what this is all about.